A member of the Trump family, a Russian oligarch, and a Republican walk into a bar. The Trump family member says, "I want to buy this place. I love it." The Russian oligarch says, "Okay, I'll help you buy it if you let me launder money here." The Republican says, "Can I be the bartender?" Welcome to the Last Begotten channel. All right. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome, boys and girls. Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, whatever it is, wherever you are. I hope it's relatively okay. All things considered. Kind of a little party yesterday. Woohoo, Manafort. You know. The Manafort has been conquered. Fort of Man farts. I don't know, that's just not funny to anyone but me. His name is Manfart. Manfart Fort. Fort of Man farts. Basically what I'm trying to say is that you probably want to hold your breath if you go near him. That's all. He looks like a gassy man, doesn't he? He looks like a very gassy man. But he's going to be farting up the jail cells shortly. Because his ass is going down. His ass has gone down. And if it wasn't your birthday, happy birthday. I forgot to say that part, but it seems appropriate now. If it is your birthday, happy birthday. If it isn't your birthday, merry unbirthday. And if you don't celebrate Christmas, fuck you. I mean, wait. I don't know. If you don't celebrate Christmas, you're missing out. That's all I'm saying. Fat people give away really good gifts. You know, that's why Santa Claus does it. Because never mind. Never mind. That also not funny. I'm gonna move on. So, welcome to the channel that you need to go to if you want to understand any of the things that are presented on YouTube in order to confuse you. I am not here to confuse you. I am here to explain things to you as best I can. And the reason why I felt the need to do this is partially because back when I was school, people used to cheat off of me a lot. And other reason being that I've had an interest in military intelligence and strategy and truth in general. I've pretty much delved into all the conspiracy theories and other things that you might find on the internet. I've been on the internet doing that since about 1995, yeah, I feel old. But, so, I could talk about myself all I want, but what is actually more important is what I've been doing the past few years. It started on Facebook, where I started the group called Support Ukraine USA. I later changed it to Support Ukraine USA, UK, and AUS, as in Australia. That's because it didn't seem like anybody cared. I was shocked to realize that only my friends cared enough to join the group. What I didn't realize is that I was being suppressed from being able to go viral or trending or anything like that by Facebook itself, because people complained that I was racist against Russians. And by people, I mean it was Russian trolls complaining about someone complaining that Russia was invading Ukraine, and also backing an incredible amount of Russian of propaganda that was aimed at the United States. So here I have some questions. I'm going to read out these questions. These are questions that I suggest the Senate Intelligence Committee read in order to get some proper answers and information from the executives that are going to be interviewed tomorrow. So first off, what actions did Facebook take to investigate the employees responsible for turning a blind eye to the SWAT flagging of Ukrainian activists? That is, Ukrainian activists, like myself, would be reported for everything from porn to racism to spamming. What did you do to protect pro-American efforts like the Support Ukraine USA Facebook page from basically troll harassment? Why were accounts disabled or suppressed in their friends' feed after being flagged for being racist against Russians for complaining about an invasion? Countless activists have complained about this. All consider themselves centrists, not far left, not far right. Meanwhile, far left and far right propaganda, which coincidentally was paid for by Russia, is allowed to go viral. It's allowed to trend in your scroll. Question number 3. Why have no mechanisms been set up for the pro-American and centrist activist groups to help them? Why have no mechanism been set up to help centrist activist groups to get help from Facebook in finding and banning, blocking the IP addresses of these Russian troll accounts that constantly harass them? We now know that these places are centralized in workshops, and I had reported that years ago to Facebook. Many report Facebook as a source of extreme stress due to this activity. Others have alleged that their friends would not have committed suicide or overdosed if they would have been able to see what they were posting, or that they were posting. Seeing a dead friend's feed after it's too late, and seeing a complete lack of interactions, no likes, no comments, like nobody even saw their feed while they were going through this panic depression. Do you understand that very knowledgeable and experienced people have good reason to be mad at you? Why did Facebook's algorithm allow people to ignore their friends being upset, whether it was politics or otherwise? What it amounted to was, if somebody was speaking angrily or upset about something, unless it was some sort of drama that people got involved in and there was just multiple comments, it would not get seen on your feed. They've been selecting what you see for you, and it's cost 2 of my friends' lives, okay? And I know I'm not the only one. Now, see here. Now let's talk about Twitter. So, does anyone have a number or percentage of known Russian and fake troll accounts that are listed as, quote, followers of @RealDonaldTrump? How about Alex Jones? Does anyone have a number on how many people Russian trolls contacted or whose posts were seen by Americans during and after the 2016 election cycle? What efforts has Twitter taken to detect and disable fake accounts from areas that use Cyrillic keyboards and translate their posts to English to pose as Westerners? What is the typical size of your Android app? It should be light considering the character limit and generally limited functionality of Twitter. That's its appeal, correct? Correct. That it's a light app. I just typed these things up really quick in about the last fucking hour, and, you know, I'm busy. I don't have time to sit there and proofread shit. I typed it up. That's good enough. That's more than you should hope for, really. More than you should expect, that's for damn sure. But that's its appeal, correct? That it's a light app that's easy to use because all you do is quick, limited postings. What would cause your app to inflate to over 180 megabytes, thereby disabling a phone? What steps have you taken in coordination with the Google App Store to make sure your app is not susceptible to hacking and thus being used as a tool for mass manipulation of the American people by the Kremlin? Now, for all three executives, why is it that since you took your place as dominant social media platforms, is there, among the three of you, or, you know, anywhere else, is there no option to allow only contacts from within the USA or Western countries, NATO countries? There's no ability for a user to just choose not to be trolled by Russians on these platforms. And I don't think that's a coincidence. Now, the big fish. Google. And I'm sorry if this writing is too small for your screen. Please full screen it on a television if you can. A computer screen should be good enough. Number one, did you take any steps to protect search results from Russian propaganda operations in general between the invasion of Crimea and the 2016 election? If so, what steps did you take? 2. When warned by centrist activists about Russian trolls having mysterious influence over their YouTube channels, did you investigate or continue to do nothing as most Americans were subjected to Russian propaganda while other Americans were silenced because they didn't agree with that propaganda that was made to trend by Russian trolls, bots, and other cutouts of the Kremlin? Also, while they invaded Europe, when did you notice that the Russians were using a divide and conquer strategy to attack America? When did you realize, or have you realized, that your platforms were used as vehicles in that attack? Do you know if any Russian agents work at Yo2.be, the Belgian YouTube server station, or whatever it is? Why is it an American counterintelligence activist, let's just call him TLB, would be live streaming from Louisiana in the United States of America, and you are diverting his stream through Belgium? The link to his stream is to Yo2.be, not to YouTube.com. Why do you think his channel was not successful? Is it related to that? Is that related to the reason why his channel was not successful, even though he debunks all popular conspiracy theories and has extensive knowledge of HTML meta tagging, and was proven also to be the only one on YouTube who predicted the Russian attack on our elections? Is that why you suppressed him? There seems to be a lot of smoke around this fireplace. So, you deny there could be any possibility of Google employees actually being disloyal to Western values? Did you screen them for that? Is there an app for that? Do you deny that there is any possibility of some internal problem causing the seeming suppression of pro-Obama infotainment or social media activism? Hmm? Then show the clip of Obama's Google Plus page. Why is Barack Obama, the most popular president since Kennedy, trolled and suppressed to the point where even he just gave up trying on Google Plus? How would it be possible for Russian trolls to comment and harass a video poster who has hold comments for review selected? Why do you think it's always negative and always seeming to come from a Russian troll, occasionally even without translation? These questions and more need to be answered. What is a negative like? Why does this centrist activist have negative likes on his channel? So I'm going to cut this one short. As you can see, I do have another video planned very soon, but I'm going to go ahead and get this link set out, get this uploaded and get this link set out, and hopefully some of these questions are going to get asked tomorrow. Thanks for watching, everybody. If you can, please, since the Russians are going to be trying to suppress the link through their helpful friends, Google. See how many different ways you can send this link to Adam Schiff and other members of the Senate Intelligence Committee. Okay? That's what I'm going to go do right now. Well, after it uploads anyways. Which is after, y'all be seeing this after it uploads, so it's like the future for you, but it's the past for me. Maybe it's the other way around. I'm not really sure. Thank y'all. Goodbye now. Please click the like button, subscribe if you haven't already, and check your subscriptions, because they may just disappear. Peace.